Hey there, I wanted to share a quick little tutorial on how I put together my Traveler's Notebook inserts. This will be really quick and simple. So let's go ahead. The very first thing I do is grab my 28-pound paper, and for my monthlies, I only need 2 pages. And then the first thing is to just fold them hamburger style. Once you do that, I'm actually not going to be stapling these books, primarily because when you open it up and staple it, if you don't have a very long stapler in the inside, then it really limits the width of a book that you can make. So this is a great way to go around that without having to buy another stapler that you may not already have. After doing this, I want to make sure that I cut it down so that all of this is even and it's not different lengths sticking out. With 2 pages, it's really not that noticeable, but when you start adding more and more pages, for instance, in the daily booklet or any sort of Bujo booklets, it becomes quite noticeable. I also discovered the tiny ruler I have. The width and length that I prefer in my hand, the one that I just played around with, is 4 inches by 8 inches. And my mini ruler, I have to measure twice on, no big deal. And remember, this is just an 8.5 by 11 page turned sideways, folded hamburger. So the reason that I clip it with my binder clips there, again, is because I'm not binding it, and when you cut it and it's not been bound, it has a tendency to shift a little bit. So this really just kind of combats that, and I don't have to worry about it. I'm gonna move my clip over so that I can get this little side put in. This turns out to be about 1 centimeter. Honestly, that's it, just about 1 centimeter shorter than where the paper is. Really, see, not cutting off very much at all on that. You can even choose to skip that if you like the length, but see how this feels in your hand. Give it a shot. I mean, this is really not found in anywhere, but I really like it. I like the square aspect of it too. So the next part of this, oh my, look what I did. That's all right. So the next part of this is to take out your guts, the inside parts, and you might have more than 1 page depending on, but this is the monthly. Then we're going to get our fun scrapbooking paper and take the outside bit here and glue it on. So the best way that I found to do this is to just start in the corner. I'm actually going to grab a little work paper so that I don't get glue all over the place. So just make sure that your corners are very well sealed and that your edges are too. And, Danielle. Okay, we're also gonna go ahead and get this little area pretty nice. Okay, and when I start up in the corner, my other advice is just to make sure that you have a tiny little border around your paper edge, because you will be folding this around this paper, and even though it's not quite noticeable, sometimes it does create a little gap-like section. Okay, so real quick, we're just going to hit the rest of this real fast, make sure that our edges are really nice on there and that the middle is pretty good. Okay, slide the whole thing across. Really going back to kindergarten here with this. I can't explain how easy it is though. I mean, honestly, I'm just doing this in real time. And see, my edge here isn't quite sealed. Not too happy with that. So let me just pull it back up, make sure that we got it. And I'm not treating this paper very nice. It's kind of one of the really good things about getting a heavier weight of paper. You can kind of really abuse it and it doesn't quite wrinkle up as much as a thinner tinfoil substance type of paper would. Highly recommend grabbing that. Now, I also recommend folding this over right away because it will create, like I said, just a tiny little bit of a overlap for it. There we are. Now, my paper trimmer is a little smaller than some, so I actually cut this part off with my scissors. And the really cool thing is, this shows you that you don't even need a paper trimmer, honestly. You can very easily just do everything I'm doing with a glue stick and regular old scissors. It's kind of nice. Okay, and then I'll just go ahead and keep it up with scissors because why not? I don't recommend folding your book here and cutting, assuming that it's all even, because this is a craft project. It does have imperfections. So here is our booklet. And you can see, as much as I can, that it has an uneven edge. It's a little lopsided down here, totally imperfect. So we're moving on regardless because I'm going to show you how to fix that as soon as we get it all put together. All right. Also, I recommend taking a straight edge. You can use a credit card, a ruler, like I am, anything you want, just to get a really nice crisp edge on this little booklet. Depending on what it is. Some of your booklets you need to have a little spine. I'll teach you how to do that one also. Now, because I'm not going to staple, I go back to my glue stick here. And I am going to just run this down. This one I did with the straight edge also, remember, to get a nice little crisp, clean edge. And you can see that the glue goes on both sides. I really love the purple glue because of that. Put this back. Then we're going to open this up and match up the little seams in here in the center and give it a good push. I'm also going to fold it back over right away so that we can get it all lined up and straight. Everything gets put where it's supposed to be as quick as possible, basically. I don't want my glue to dry while I'm still trying to mush things around. Then the binder clips come back because we want to make sure that it's going to stay so that the glue can set. And taking care of the edges to line them all up, I'm going to just use my scissors and make sure that both sides look appropriate. I can put this in my paper cutter. I have put it in my paper cutter. There's no problem doing it that way. But I'm just kind of trying to show that you really do not need a paper cutter at all. You really don't. You can even round your laminated edges without a corner rounder piece, which I'll show you how to do that too. All of this is just super simple to do yourself, especially if you have some time. Really, really, really simple. So this will be my monthly booklet. That simple, that's it. And if you want to see how I decorate it, then I will have that video out later today or tomorrow. I'll also have a giveaway on my Facebook, Danielle's Making Plans, later today, so stay tuned for that. It'll be these adorable little planner clips that I'm making out of these embellishments. These came out of my Hobby Lobby haul video. Make sure you check that one out so that you know what I'm working with here and what's coming up. Awesome. You guys have fun making, seriously. And then share some stuff on my page with me about how you make your own little things. And seriously, try out this size. It's 8 by 4. Try it out. It makes a perfect square. I want to know what you guys think. Tell me I'm not crazy. Have fun out there.